With the stock market at record highs, are you prepared for the next downturn? Corrections can be unforgiving. Smart investors know diversification is the key to financial security. Noble Gold Investments make it easy to diversify with gold. With over $2 billion in sales, Noble Gold has helped thousands of Americans add gold to their portfolios. Open a qualified account today and receive 2 5-ounce silver America the Beautiful coins as a thank you. NobleGoldInvestments.com. Don't let the next correction catch you off guard. NobleGoldInvestments.com. The last 2 days of Joe Biden's administration, there were 12,000 people that crossed the southern border. The first 2 days of Donald Trump's administration, before all of this was actually put into place, only 750. And that number is going to go down. By the way, if it's just 750 over 2 days, we're on pace for some of the record lowest border crossings in modern American history. But we're going to get that number even further down. We're going to get it down into the teens and eventually, hopefully, even zero. And we can actually manage this now. By the way, more troops, more deportations, no CBP-1 border app. President Donald Trump has executed a shock and awe deportation campaign. Now, this is the one that shows how morally dark the Democrat Party has become. This one shows how they are against the United States of America. So you would think that if President Donald Trump wants to go deport people, you think, oh, it's only going to be nannies and agricultural workers. No. Embedded in our communities, ICE knew the names, they knew their locations, they knew their criminal histories. And they were just sitting around, probably committing other crimes. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, while they were president, refused to act on these people because it would be against the national religion of the American Democrat Party. Thou shalt not deport a foreigner. Yesterday, over 500 violent, emphasis on violent, over 500 violent criminal illegals were removed from the streets in 36 hours. These are thugs whose whereabouts in crimes were well known by local officials. But Democrats refuse to detain them because it might hurt their feelings. It might hurt the feelings of a child sex trafficker or a child rapist. Democrats can't possibly hurt the feelings of a drug smuggler. Can't possibly hurt the feelings of a gun runner. Every single one of these arrests means that there will be one less Laken Riley, one less Jocelyn Nungari, and one less Rachel Morin. Any Democrat sanctuary jurisdiction refusing to comply, or worse, actively impeding President Trump's deportation orders must be defunded and likely prosecuted. Mess around and find out. President Donald Trump is also mobilizing other parts of the Department of Defense to using military aircraft to assist CBP in the deportation operation. President Donald Trump also ordered a freeze on Department of Justice consent decrees with local police departments, which Biden and Obama used to shackle local police and prevent them from stopping crime. This is just in the last 24 hours. We're analyzing all this. You are seeing your country be taken back. You see those people being arrested? Those are the worst of the worst, and they were just sitting, harboring in your communities. And not to mention, this is the kicker. This is very important. They were terrorizing other legal immigrants and Americans in their communities. These are not exactly good people. These are bad hombres. The rule of law is now being unleashed. The cure, the solution, the fix to widespread anarchy and open borders and the tyranny in these towns has been, what does the law say? And the law has always been on our side. And that is what is so critical. It's not like Donald Trump needed to convene both houses of Congress and make an elaborate speech and say, we need the ability to deport. Those laws are on the books. We did not need James Lankford's border bill. We did not need a bipartisan thing. You needed the will to say, handcuffs on illegals, put them in cars. The bottom line is the color revolution is being rolled back. That cultural depression that we were living through, we are seeing being put to an end because we have the will to govern. the will to execute the laws, the will to do what we said we are going to do. Rolling back the color revolution is not easy. And that's why you must start fast. You must start with a triumphant shock and awe. The Lake and Riley bill, by the way, is now soon to become law. It's passed the House, passed the Senate. I bet President Trump is going to do a big signing ceremony with Lake and Riley's family around him, as he should. Don't underestimate the strategy of this Trump administration. People think, oh, first Trump administration, chaos, all this. No. This is a different team. These are the young guns, the people like Stephen Miller, the people like Sergio Gore, the people like James Blair, the people like Dan Scavino. These are the young guns of the prior administration that didn't always get a chance to flex their muscles. They saw things happen in the first administration, and they wish that things would have gone differently. And then they saw President Donald Trump displaced from power in the 2020 election, and we all know what happened there. And they had 4 years to think about it, to plan for this. Russ Vought had 4 years to methodically plan, what will I do? And if you think, by the way, things are going well now, wait until you have Pam Bondi. Wait until you have Kash Patel. Wait until you have Russ Vought at Office of Management Budget. Wait until you have Bobby Kennedy. Wait until you have Tulsi Gabbard. This is just executive actions. Now, actually implementing things, it's going to get better and better. But the young guns in the White House, they're playing for keeps. And this is what is I don't think the media has actually ever made this argument. It wasn't just Donald Trump who feels emboldened because of all the indictments against him. Donald Trump's team concurrently experienced all those feelings alongside of him. And his team are equally as empowered and focused with precision to execute the agenda. They were there when President Donald Trump got the phone call in Bedminster, New Jersey, saying, sir, you are indicted. They were there in the New York City courthouse when he actually got convicted. They were there at Mar-a-Lago when his home got raided. And those staffers who stood alongside of him, like Walt Nauta, what a great American he is, and they tried to turn Walt against the president, and they failed. Or Natalie Harp, or Susie Wiles, who is just a rock star. They are in complete harmony with this kind of strategy. Because deep down they said, no, you put us all through hell. You try to put us all in jail. You try to make us all your subjects and your servants. So no, there will be no compromise. There will be no metaphorical quarter. We're not going to put up with it. It's not going to happen. So people think, oh, well, President Trump is just kind of on this errant mission. No, his team is unified. His team has the same cadence, and they're battle tested. The Trump team, I can tell you this personally, they're phenomenal people. There's no like team of rivals or knifing or strife. It is, they tried to take us all out. They tried to put us all in federal prison. They tried to kill our guy. They tried to kill the boss. And now we are here to fulfill that mandate. It is well orchestrated. It is organized. And do you know what else is not happening? Andrew, do you notice this? Almost no leaks so far. And that's a big deal. Reporters are like very used to the Trump operation leaking like a sieve, almost no leaks. They're the ones that are actually learning about this on social media. Now, there might be a leak here or a leak there, but generally in Trump world, they think they can always kind of get one step ahead. Not this time. No, you're not going to get inside action on who the executive or what the executive orders are or who the next people are. And the media, all of the media's atmospherics and the media's ability to ascertain what direction things are coming from, their head is spinning. As it should be. And it's just the start. This is the new normal. This pace is not going to slow down. Until every single one of the problems that was identified is solved, it's not going to slow down. This is a spiritual mission to restore our republic. And there's a lot to restore. Just the other night, our Turning Point USA chapter at University of Washington had an event canceled because the university did not support their right to free speech. Maybe the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, run by Leo Terrell, needs to open an investigation into the University of Washington. Maybe the Department of Education needs to withhold their funding. This is going to be a full court press in every major corner of the country. Chicago, LA, San Francisco, Denver, Phoenix. We're not going to put up with this. because they did everything they could to try to take all of us out. And we remember that on a daily basis. Neutral gear is not an option. Either you get run over or you're setting the pace. That is the only one of two things in D.C. Either they're calling the shots or you're calling the shots. D.C. is a binary town. Either you're in power or you are not. There is no middle ground. There is no neutral ground. You got to keep the foot on the gas, full speed ahead.